With Roman Reigns' 3-year-long title reign ending, Roman's is going to be taking a very long break, possibly into the summer, like slightly before SummerSlam. So it's time to start talking about how we're going to book his return. And if you enjoy fun wrestling content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Now, let's get into it. It all starts off at this year's 2024 WWE Draft, where Jey Uso gets drafted to SmackDown. Leading into Backlash, he starts having some interactions backstage and even in the ring with the Bloodline members, which include Jimmy Uso, who just got kicked out, Solo Sikoa, and Tama Tonga. Now we get to Backlash, where Jey Uso has his World Heavyweight Championship match against Damian Priest. Jey Uso, Damian Priest having a very good match, very competitive. Jey Uso, he gets Damian Priest down on the canvas, spear. Jey Uso going to the top rope. He's about to splash Damian Priest. Hits the splash. 1, 2, nope. Who pulls out the referee? None other than Tama Tonga. And then the referee gets beat up. And then Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa put the beat down on Jey Uso. Then when a new referee comes in, Damian Priest ends up pinning Jey Uso to retain the World Heavyweight title. The Bloodline has just screwed Jey Uso out of another championship. And then the next SmackDown, we get a segment between Jey Uso and the Bloodline. And then Jey Uso is getting beaten down again by Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. And then Jimmy Uso comes out to save his brother. And then that is eventually what gets Jey Uso to trust Jimmy again. And they team up to take down the new Bloodline in Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa. A month out from SummerSlam, Cody Rhodes seems to have no opponent. And then as he's cutting a promo in the ring, who comes out to interrupt him? None other than the returning Rock. And now Rock and Cody are in the ring. They're staring down. And then Rock challenges Cody because remember that segment after Raw after WrestleMania where The Rock held Cody's title. And then, he's probably thinking to himself, damn, this title looks very nice on me. I'm going to need to take this from Cody. So then Rock challenges Cody. And then obviously Cody accepts because why wouldn't he after everything he's been through with the Bloodline? So then Rock and Cody is made official as the main event of SummerSlam. Now, as Cody and The Rock are having their rivalry building to SummerSlam, we do get the build-up to the tag team match between the Usos and the new Bloodline in Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. Over the weeks, they're just attacking each other backstage. They're attacking each other in the ring, costing each other matches, which causes it to turn into a no disqualification tag team match with the Usos versus the new Bloodline. Now, the SmackDown before SummerSlam, The Rock and Cody Rhodes are in the ring having a promo right before SummerSlam. And then who comes out? Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns makes his official WWE return after his long title reign right before SummerSlam. He says that he's going to have The Rock's back and that Cody Rhodes cannot win because Roman Reigns is going to be with The Rock in his corner to help bring that title back to the Bloodline and back to the family. We get to SummerSlam and we start off with the tag team match, the no disqualification tag team match, as a matter of fact, between the Usos and Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. A lot of brutality, a lot of hatred, some storytelling in the match. And the match goes on for like 20 or 30 minutes. But in the end, after all the brutality and the viciousness, the new Bloodline in Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga get the victory. And then right before The Rock and Roman go out to face Cody Rhodes in the main event, The Rock and Roman backstage are shown to be very pleased with what they've seen from Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. Main event of SummerSlam, Cody Rhodes versus The Rock, Undisputed Championship on the line. A lot of stuff going on in the ring. They're taking a lot of bumps. The Rock is taking a lot of bumps, surprisingly. Very long match, like 30-minute match. And with 10-minute rest holds at the very beginning of the match. But then after we get through the rest holds, we get that classic Bloodline storytelling that they get in every match. A lot of shenanigans are going on. And then in the critical point of the match, Cody Rhodes hits 2 crossroads. And then for some reason, they bump into the ref. And then the ref just goes down in a heap like a sack of potatoes. And then Roman Reigns comes in. Roman Reigns and The Rock start beating up on Cody Rhodes. Cody looks straight helpless. And then when Roman Reigns has Cody Rhodes set up for the spear, Cody moves out the way, pulls The Rock in the way. Roman Reigns spears The Rock. Cody Rhodes gets Roman Reigns out the ring. The referee comes in. Cody Rhodes hits the triple crossroads on The Rock to win and retain. So now Roman Reigns has officially just cost The Rock and the entire Bloodline, the entire family, of the Undisputed Universal Championship. SmackDown after SummerSlam, The Rock comes out to the ring. Roman comes out to the ring. Their heads are down, extremely disappointed. Now The Rock starts talking to Roman Reigns. He's like, You're an absolute disappointment. You're a disgrace to the family. Why would you do this? I didn't need you out there. And then he starts talking down to Roman, and then Roman is just looking at the ground, very disappointed in himself. And then The Rock just straight attacks Roman Reigns, and then Tama Tonga and Solo come out. They start beating down on Roman Reigns, and then this is the start of Roman's face turn, and then The Rock officially kicks Roman Reigns out the bloodline and then calls himself the new tribal chief. Now, the Usos are backstage watching all this happen, and of course, they're not going to help Roman Reigns just yet because it's kind of hard to forgive Roman for everything he did, and obviously, it's mainly for Jay. Jay will never forgive Roman, or at least that's what he believes. He believes he can never forgive Roman, but obviously, they're going to forgive him eventually, which we'll get into later, but for now, they're just watching Roman get beat down by the bloodline. Now, the weeks leading into Survivor Series, the Usos are just having some tag team matches on SmackDown, but the new bloodline with The Rock, Solo Sikoa, and Tama Tonga start beating down on the Usos because obviously they're not in the bloodline anymore, so they're just going to keep beating them up. And then Roman Reigns comes out to save them, and then we get OG bloodline in Roman Reigns and the Usos versus the new bloodline, The Rock, Solo Sikoa, and Tama Tonga, because now the Usos can trust Roman because he just saved them. Obviously, they're not fully trusting of him, and they don't love him like they used to, but they can trust him enough to where they can battle the new bloodline. It's official. New bloodline, old bloodline, Survivor Series, no disqualification, 6-man tag team match in the main event. We get the match exactly as you expect. A lot of chaos. Roman and The Rock facing off, and it's their first time ever going one-on-one or even just facing off in a match against each other, and they're just going back and forth. And eventually, the old bloodline, Roman Reigns and the Usos, they get the victory after Jey Uso pins Solo Sikoa, and they get the win. However, the story does not end there because Roman Reigns officially declares for the Royal Rumble. This is his first time in the Rumble in years because he had just been champion for so long. There was no need for him to be in the Rumble, but he declares for the Rumble. He's in the final 4. He's about to win, last 4 people. And who comes out? None other than The Rock. The Rock costs Roman the Rumble. He gets Roman Reigns eliminated, which sets up, you guessed it, the main event of WrestleMania 41, Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Now, leading into WrestleMania, we get a very long 3-month build, Roman Reigns and The Rock. A lot of emotions, a lot of promos where they're talking about their childhood, how they grew up with their family, and how much family means to them. And then The Rock is just calling Roman Reigns a disgrace and a disappointment to the family for losing his title last year and then costing The Rock the title at SummerSlam, and then no one in the family will ever forgive him. And Roman Reigns is just very, very sad and crying throughout the entire build-up because he's very emotional. A lot of emotions building into WrestleMania, which causes one of the greatest builds to WrestleMania ever. Because The Rock and Roman, that's already one of the biggest matches, but now you throw on this complex story of the bloodline, Roman Reigns turning babyface, and he's actually a fun babyface this time. It's not like 2015 babyface Roman. And then we get the amazing Hollywood heel Rock, bloodline corporate Rock, and then that just builds and builds into WrestleMania. We get to the match at WrestleMania. It's everything you expect. The big match feel, the aura, the electricity in the stadium, Roman Reigns, The Rock facing off in the ring. They have a brutal match, a very long match, as you would expect from a Roman Reigns WrestleMania main event. And they're just going back and forth, and eventually Roman Reigns gets the victory. It's the full redemption of Roman Reigns for everything that he did while he was in the bloodline as the tribal chief. It redeems him because The Rock is even more evil than Roman Reigns ever was because, he's corporate Rock, Hollywood Rock, and everything. Roman Reigns redeems himself, and then he defeats The Rock at WrestleMania, and that's how Roman Reigns should return. But, that's not the only way Roman could return, so let me know how you guys think Roman Reigns should return. And if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. It's been Kid Talks Wrestling here, and I'm out. Peace.